Good evening and welcome to Match of the Day, just a little later than I promised last week, but I'm sure you won't begrudge the last night of the proms a touch of extra time. Stirring stuff, wasn't it? And I trust you'll find our two matches equally exciting because on paper and on the field they look pretty good to me. Both Southampton and Manchester United have started the season with a flourish, which lends particular intrigue to this fixture. Can you pick a winner, Barry?
Well, why not, Jimmy? Southampton to win, but not by much. Frank Worthington to score his first goal for his new club, but no clean sheet for Peter Shilton. He can save that until next Wednesday, I hope. But will I take some stick from Ron Atkinson if I'm wrong?
And so you might, we shall see. At the other end of the scale, both Spurs and Everton have been slow away from the blocks. But as they clash at White Hart Lane, they must both be aware that if they don't sharpen themselves up quickly, they could be in for a miserable time this season. Today, though, they're watched optimistically by John Motson.
Well, it may be too optimistic, Jimmy, to expect a repeat of what happened when Everton came here to White Hart Lane 25 years ago, because then Spurs won by 10 goals to 4. Mind you, Tottenham have just scored 6 in Europe in midweek, and Everton believe that they're due a goal or two themselves. So far, they've managed just 2 in 5 matches.
But goals are in the air, John, so we'll hope for the best. Headlines now from Bob.
Once again, the folly of playing league football 4 days before important internationals has produced its usual casualty list. So far, England have lost 1 player through injury, and Scotland and Northern Ireland 2 each. There's also been a further setback for Ozzy Ardiles of Spurs, and he could now face an operation.
So it's straight to Southampton for their match against Manchester United, where the Saints' fine start to the season, as well as the class of their illustrious visitors, should have packed the Dell. But there was still room for commentator Barry Davis.
Here's the man whom only Ian Rush of Liverpool has so far managed to beat this season. Peter Shilton with 4 clean sheets in 5 league games and looking for another this afternoon to celebrate his 34th birthday tomorrow. The line-up in front of him unchanged, and to quote the programme, looking to capitalise on the away points gained by winning the home game and also to give themselves a yardstick against Manchester United as to how good they really are. Manchester United, of course, without Brian Robson, for whom Rebbe Moses deputises, and back into the side after being suspended in the midweek European match comes Norman Whiteside, so Lou McCurry is the substitute. The referee this afternoon is Lester Shapter from Torquay. And a little bit of summer at least has returned to the south coast. It's quite a bright afternoon. Southampton attacking the goal to our left. Here's Steve Williams, and it would be a good afternoon, I think, for Steve Williams to have a good match with Bobby Robson, thinking about strengthening his squad in the absence of Brian Robson. Here's Duxbury, one of the England number. Norman Whiteside and Ray Wilkins. Whiteside makes the run to the left. And the free kick given against Ken Armstrong. I must say, looks an absolute ringer for the man he's come here to replace, Chris Nicholl. McQueen is up on the far side of the box. Alveston. I think that would be too strong. McQueen stopped because he lost flight of the ball because Worthington jumped in front of him. Here's Wilkins. Not cut out, but it needed some work from Williams as well. Buller was the first to get there. Free kick has been given for the challenge on Mick Mills. Suggested to him before the match that he's having a new lease of life, and he felt he had that a few years ago, I suppose. The moment that he was struggling for his place in the England side, suddenly he was captain in the World Cup. Alveston, that was a nasty one. Williams did well, kept it down well. So a goal after 4 minutes. goal really coming as the result of an error from Arthur Alveston. And Gary Bailey, well forward, found himself wrongly balanced. Steve Williams did awfully well to keep the ball down. Confirmation of the score from the crowd. A bit of an elbow then from Worthington. Here's Moran. Here's Alveston again. Stapleton. Moses. Muren. Not sure where he intended that to go. A bit wild by Agbula. Not too tidy. Oh dear. Moran. The angle is impossible. And in fact, the ball beat him, I think. There's not too much room for the cameraman and not enough room for the players either. A touch of ice hockey straight over the boards. Worthington adjudged to have made it back for Kevin Moran. Green with some 20 yards to move into. Well timed. Stapleton held up by Wright. Nice touch from Muren. Challenged by Holmes. Wilkins, nicely struck. Didn't come in quite enough for him. But good to see Ray Wilkins have a strike of the ball from that sort of range. I don't think I'm alone in wishing he would do that more often, as indeed he did at Wembley with a goal that was worthy of winning any cup final. Question of playing the averages. In my opinion, that was a foul by Worthington, who played McQueen. Sometimes the referee would be pleased if he had the sort of aerial view that we have. Williams, maybe a touch for Worthington, tries it himself. Oh, what a cracker! What a cracker! That's a marvellous goal. Manchester United may well have been thinking about the left foot of Frank Worthington, and instead they, and in particular Gary Bailey, were stung by the right foot of Steve Williams, who, having scored his first goal of the season in the 4th minute, now scores his second in the 17th. Reception by Agbula. If he's trying to impress Bobby Robson, he's not doing a bad job so far. Alveston. Foul by Wright, surely. Yes. Challenge that went straight through Graham. He may claim that he played the ball, but in order to do so, seemed to me to flatten Graham. Queen didn't get in on it.